Good morning. It is the first sea day on Carnival celebration inaugural trip, and the day is getting a quick start. I do like I normally do for sea days, and when I wake up, I put in my reservation for sea day brunch, and usually it takes like 20, 30, 40 minutes to get in. No, today they're like, oh, your table's ready within like 5 minutes. So I got kind of rushed out to go down and get that, but it's going to be a great sea day. There's a whole bunch of activities planned and even like a group slot pull and things like that. So come along and join, and let's make those memories and not dreams. Alright, back from sea day brunch. It was good, but the service was very disorganized. I don't know if it's because of where I was seated or what, but it did take quite a while. Let me look at the time. It took an hour and a half. So not the worst sea day I've been on, but it did take a while. I ordered the chicken and waffle and with a hash brown, and then the layered chocolate cake. The chocolate cake was absolutely delicious. But it needed to be a smaller piece if they don't want waste, because it was so rich there was no way I could eat the whole piece. And then the chicken, it had way too much breading on it and like hardly any meat, so it was all kind of just like the crunchy breading. And the waffle was a waffle, so it was okay. The hash browns are like the little triangle ones that they have, and it was cooked well. But yeah, so overall pretty good sea day brunch, and got to meet some really interesting people and have some conversations. One of them was on the sailing to bring the ship over to the US, so that was kind of cool to talk to them because now they've been on it for almost 3 weeks. So yeah, really cool. Having a lot of fun meeting all these new people and hearing their stories and what they like and don't like about the ship and all that kind of thing. But now I'm headed off to the group slot pull and see if we can win the ship, right? That's what we're gonna do. So I'll see you after a bit. Okay, so just in the casino waiting for the group slot pull. As you can see, they have the casino bar, and then they do have the non-smoking and the smoking side, just like on Mardi Gras. A lot of the same machines, but a lot of new ones too when I was walking through last night. So can't wait for you guys to see her too. See you later. Hey guys, just back in the room. Kind of had to check in and empty my hands because I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff around the ship. So back in the room. Slot pull is over. We walked away with 14 back, so we lost a little bit, but not completely. That was a lot of fun. We probably had 50 people in it. It was a big group, but a lot of excitement, all that kind of thing. Just not very lucky today. After that, I put the 14 in the machine, and as I like to say, I threw the money off the side of the ship because it just went. So then I kind of walked around the ship, picked up a few things, got the gold VIP button to make sure I got that one, and then I stopped at the gift store to get my ship keychain that I like to keep and put up on the wall at home, and then went through some of the inaugural stores and things like that. What else did I do? Stopped by Build-A-Bear and watched a few of the kids make their teddy bears and that kind of thing. They were getting ready for bingo, and that was crazy busy of selling bingo cards. But just kind of some things here and there all around the ship. One thing to notice is on Mardi Gras down at Java Blue for like the lunch hour, they would have sandwiches in like containers that you could take and go, grab and go, whatever. I always grabbed one, and then that was what I used for my midnight snack if I got hungry, or I would just eat it for lunch the next day if I didn't eat it that night. But here on Celebration, all they have in that like cooler cabinet, whatever, is salads. So I didn't grab one. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have the sandwiches, because that's always kind of an easy way to not have to stand in line for pizza or whatnot late at night. But maybe I can just stop by the deli and get one, but it was just easy to just grab one and go and keep it in the fridge. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that happened. Not really. I will say that they've kind of moved some of the stores around in comparison to Mardi Gras. The liquor store is up like kind of by the casino, all that, and then down by Pig and Anchor is the Carnival like gift store, so you have to kind of walk a little further than normal. And then I did notice in that area also that the Emerald's Bistro on the Mardi Gras, how it has like the fresh fish counter or whatever on, like it used to be the outside wall to the ship. Now they've moved it to the inside, and then the seating is along the outside wall, so you get to see the ocean while you eat emeralds. But that's just kind of a little change I noticed in the comparison between the two ships. But having a great time, meeting some amazing folks. Had the slot pull, which was absolutely a stitch, where some of the people get really into it. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. I'm gonna go around the ship. We're gonna have a cabin crawl later. I'm just gonna see what I can get into. So come along while we make those memories, not dreams. I'm gonna try and talk over the copyright. Here is Street Eats for today. And again, these change daily. And then they have the seafood shack. So this is the Lido deck.
Alright, let's go.
On sea day, about 1:30.
Try to follow along with us, you go.
Hi guys, good evening. It is just about dinner time. It's formal night. This is as formal as I'm getting tonight. I'm kind of shocked. They are having lobster tonight for formal dinner, so that's kind of exciting. But just to catch you up on the day, after the slot pull, I came back and just kind of did a few things around here in the room, and then I went around and walked the ship, and it was about lunchtime, so I went to see if anything kind of intrigued me for lunch. Walked by like the street eats and the buffet and all that for lunch, and nothing really seemed it, but got an ice cream cone, and then stopped and listened to some of the deck party or like deck music out on the Lido. Checked out like the Serenity deck. It was a beautiful day. It was windy. Bolt is not running today just due to the high winds and just kind of rough seas. Like all the hangers are hitting up against the closet and things like that. But beautiful day, sunny, not too hot. It's gorgeous out. So it was nice to get up there and hang out for a while. And then it was the cabin crawl where we got to tour a whole bunch of rooms. And I've actually uploaded a separate video for that, just in case you didn't want to see other rooms. But tip, there is like the presidential suite on there and a couple other suites and things that you don't normally get to see. So if you're interested in that, go over and check out the other video. It was a lot of fun. Again, talked to a whole bunch of different people and just kind of had a great time. I did edit out what we were talking about on the tour and then kind of did an overlay of the room because we just kind of chit-chatted the whole time. But we got our steps in. It was a lot of walking on those cabin tours. If you've never been on one, make sure to wear your walking shoes. There were some girls that were wearing like some fancy shoes, and their poor feet were blistered by the end. So make sure you wear comfy shoes if you ever do a cabin crawl, but it is amazing and a great opportunity to see all the different categories that the different ships have. But yeah, I'm so glad I got to do it on Celebration. I did it also on Mardi Gras, so kind of cool to see the difference between the two and like what they've updated. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead to dinner, and I think there's a night full of shows, so let's see what we can get into. But formal night dinner, let's go.
Baby, let me love you.
Okay, so here I am waiting for the Love and Marriage show. Just got done with dinner, and formal night, so you know it's going to be busy. But it was very busy, and it took a long time to get any kind of like service or ordering or anything like that, especially like with drinks and things like that. But food-wise, the shrimp cocktail I ordered was very good, nice and cold. It didn't have an accident on the way from the kitchen like last night. The meatball soup is amazing. I love it and the flavor that it has. The steak that I ordered, it was done just like I asked. The only thing I would say is it could use some more sauce, like the peppercorn sauce that they put on it, but I wasn't even going to try to ask for that because I barely got the food. So then the creme brulee was amazing. I love their creme brulee here. So overall, I would give dinner like an A- just because of how quick the service was, or lack thereof. So yeah, it was good. And now on to Love and Marriage.
Jennifer, I'm going to you second. Dwight, what did you write? One of you is practicing the trumpet by the sounds. Said I do, right? We've been giving out points this show, but it was all just for show because they are all winners in love. So how about you share a romantic slow dance to this beautiful song? Oh, mood lights.
This is the aqua wall, and it is above the bar in the central stage area. Good evening, back in the room, but it has been a busy night, so let's get caught up. Dinner, fair. It was very fair, but the creme brulee was amazing, like one of the best I've had, so scores to that one. And then after dinner, went to the Love and Marriage show, and that's just so much fun. It totally depends on who they pick to go up on stage and participate, but they always seem to find at least one or two of the couples that just are a riot with their answers, just like how they handle themselves in that kind of situation. But definitely a good show, and Lee always adds like the adult humor and all that kind of stuff to it, so that makes it a lot of fun. And After Love and Marriage, went to Celistrial Strings. And I have to tell you, the shows at Center Stage on both the Mardi Gras and here on Celebration do not disappoint. I don't know how the creative minds come to be, but like tonight's show, all of like the dancers and singers and players and all that are in all white, but they go and change the lighting and the scenery and just movement, and you've had the 4 seasons in a show. So that's really, really cool. Definitely kind of keeps you looking all directions because they're coming off of like the aisleways from like Java Blue all the way from like the sides of the stage. It's just so much action and just a pleasure to watch and to just enjoy and to see what's next in the show. So then after this, I'm going to get changed real quick because we got to head up to the Lido. It is the 80s glow party tonight. So you know, that always gets you hot and sweaty and dancing and singing at the top of your lungs. So gotta get changed for that. Formal wear not required up there for that one. But then yeah, the rest of the night is probably gonna be pretty calm because we have Grand Turk tomorrow and I am not sure if I'm going to be getting off in port or not or laying back. Kind of undecided still at this point, but for right now, we gotta go to the 80s party. You know how much I love those. So let's get going.
Let go, let your head down and have some fun. And if you're ready to have the time of your life, let me hear you make some noise, Lido.
Good evening, and it is going to be good night because it is now like past 1 o'clock in the morning. But it's been a great day, a great sea day. And let's see, catching you up, went to the 80s glow party. It was a lot of fun, a lot of really good outfits and costumes for that. It was so windy up on the Lido deck though. Literally like my hair was like swirling. It was all over the place. It was kind of crazy, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of dancing, singing along. It was great. And then right after that, went straight down to late night comedy, which was in the main theater. I love it when it's in the main theater because there is tons of space for everybody, so everyone gets to watch. So that was really good. And they did something a little different tonight. They did like Game of Liars or something like that. And it was the 2 comedians and the entertainment director get told a word that most people don't know the meaning of. And then they have to come up with an answer of what the word is, so like a definition, but only one of them is right. So they know the words ahead of time, but only one of them's right. So then us as the audience has to judge who was the right one, and then they ask the one who did the right one to stand up. So it was a lot of fun, and like they would play off of each other. And it was a hoot. It was so much fun. And the entertainment director actually was like the best one. He was even making the other comedians laugh. So it was a lot of fun. And then after comedy, I went back down to the casino, just because it's on the way back. And I have a whole bunch of onboard credit that I need to use this trip. So went down to the casino, and I actually was up for quite a bit, and like I left even, but I played for a good hour and a half, got a whole bunch of points, so that was a lot of fun. A lot of people were getting bonuses and whatnot on the machine, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, a totally fun-filled, packed day. Transplant related, The ankles are now like the size of my thigh. Definitely we will take, lace sticks with all this salt and just being on my feet and walking so much. Like, I think I have like 20,000 steps today. Yeah, 20,000 steps in the last 24 hours. So a lot of walking, a lot of walking, and I don't even know how many like flights of stairs that is. But yeah, so Lasix are going on board tonight to try to get ankles back down. But also, I have new merch, so I wore it today, and I'm amazed at the conversations that it started. I really am. It's an honor for me to share my story and to talk about my donor and how they made a decision and saved my life. So, yeah, that's why I'm here. And if anything, it's just sharing the news that anyone can be an organ donor, even if you're living. So, some awesome conversations with that. And a lot of people going, should you be here? And I'm like, I'm wearing my mask inside with crowded areas, and that's what my team has suggested, and I'm up to date on all of my vaccines and all that. So, lots of hand sanitizer with that. I'm going to show you what I carry along all the time. I have my C card in there with my ID, and then usually there's my pack of meds in the back of it for the next med times dose. And then I also just keep a hand sanitizer, and then this just clips onto my belt or whatever pant that I'm wearing, because it also has like a little slide. So this is kind of how I keep in check while I'm out and about. And then I always have it with me. I just make sure that the next med is slid in there before I leave the room. So, but yeah, definitely the new merch is bringing a lot of conversations. A lot of people going, oh, I didn't know that it made that big of a difference, and they were wanting to sign up and know the link to sign up. So that was really cool. But just to share my story and to honor my donor, because every day is a gift and you have to live like it. So yeah, bonus points for that. But continue to make those memories and not dreams because of my donor. So thank you, and we will see you tomorrow for Grand Turk. But make sure, if you are liking, to like and subscribe and share. I know we've got a whole bunch of new viewers on the channel. YouTube is telling me all about it. So yeah, just make sure you like and share and subscribe. And if you have any questions on Celebration before I get off, go and write them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them or make a video about it, because I am literally putting this out, like I upload and edit before I go to bed, and I upload it while I am sleeping, so it's up to date. But yeah, if you have anything, let me know. But I will see you tomorrow for Grand Turk. Make those memories, not dreams.